Another episode of Vibes and Convo.
Oh yeah,
You
we
know,
made it, baby.
we are here. We are here.
It's Birdman hand rub.
The
I like it. Birdman
I
hand
had to
rub.
let him hear it first. I had to let him hear this first. You
Man,
know what I mean?
on this good Saturday, what's popping, man? We could have been anywhere else in the world, but we here, man.
hmm What's goody with you, Quinn? What's goody? What's goody? Tell
Dog,
me what's good right now. In the
no,
world today.
everything is great, man. I cannot complain. Honestly, we're in the end of the year, right? So, what I've been doing with the family up in here, we've been celebrating the days of Kwanzaa. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying?
okay.
Brought me back to when I was a little kid, man. Running around. I remember like we did a summer camp thing at this church called St. Peter Claver in New Orleans, like downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my T did.
Uh-huh.
And they taught us about Kwanzaa when I was a little kid. So now that I'm a whole grown person, sharing it with my kids, it's pretty dope. I get excited about things about principle and blackness and all that.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, dog.
Yes,
So
indeedy.
that's the
I
that's
made a
the
mess out of that.
that's the tall and short of it. That's what's going on in my world in the recent times.
Me. Let me start with the yawn. Me. I just nah. Um, I don't know, man. I just ripping and running. You know what I'm saying? We know it's the holidays and all that good stuff. I got a few gifts on Christmas. I got a few gifts on Christmas.
What this guy?
You know. My niece blessed me with a few gifts. But ultimately, I think the best gift is um, just being around your loved ones and family and friends. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, just ripping and running around these days, steady recording, steady building. You know, nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy.
Right.
You know, but yeah, that's the latest with me.
Yeah,
Latest
buddy.
with me at the time.
I
You
know they
know.
was mad at me at the 9 to 5. Well, hopefully they.
Mm.
I was sick the last couple days.
We all get sick around. It's that season. It's that season.
But we made it.
Man, we made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Here we are, man. Another episode of Vibes and Combo.
Mm-hmm.
I bet y'all like what they gonna be doing today, right?
Mm. Mm. Inquiring minds want to know. I like
Mm-hmm.
that. And there we go, right at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, that I mean.
You see it, and you best to believe it, and you best to believe it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Y'all see it, right? You see it.
I
Hey,
now
okay, go ahead, Quinn. Go ahead, Quinn. What you
keeping it
gonna say?
conversational.
Mm-hmm.
I was having a hard time making sure I was pronouncing my brother's name correctly.
You are not the only one.
Okay. Okay. Continue. I just want to throw it out there. I'm just saying.
I believe it's pronunciated Elmiene.
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 Yada.
Marking my time, EP.
Mm.
Hmm. Hey, this is an interesting piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting piece of art. So we about to get all the way into it today. You hear me?
Yes,
All
sir.
the way into it. So what I want to do first is set the steps right over here in Vibes and Convo. There is a few steps that we got to take place before we get into what we're gonna get into. All right. Step number one is find your place of comfort.
Mm.
That could be your bed, that could be your car, that could be your patio, that could be on the porch, that can be in your den, that could be in your
Okay.
guest room, that could be in it's a lot of places you can be. That could be your places of comfort, right?
Wherever you be comfortable.
That's where we want you to be.
Bad
We
English and
want you to be
all.
right there.
Wherever you be comfortable. I like
Yeah. Yeah. That's where we want you to be at. You hear me? So that's step number one. Step number two.
Mm-hmm.
is get you a set of headphones, right? Need you a good set of headphones so you can follow the dialogue here. And a lot of times we have a lot of audio playing. We do performance breakdowns and whatnot.
Okay.
So we definitely need you to have some headphones.
Right.
All right. Step number 3.
Come on, talk about it.
I still ain't got smart. If a man's sequel was here, he'd tell you this dude still ain't figured it out. He said, go ahead and take the wrap off so you don't have to do this. And every time I'm about to do it, I said, still ain't did it. But step number 3 is get your favorite beverage.
Get some water. Get some
Get your
something to
favorite
drink.
beverage. Mine is water, covering the label, covering the label.
You see
What's
mine.
that right there?
This is a coffee mug, good sir, that says
Mm.
"Gather together in the spirit of Kwanzaa, Ujima."
Ooh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Ujima,
Okay.
Umoja Unity says "Gather
Okay.
together." So yeah, we on Kwanzaa stuff again.
Yeah. So step number 3 is get your favorite beverage.
Hmm.
So we want you to do all 3 of those steps so you can follow us in this next adventure,
Okay.
right? Which is breaking this project down.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want to do right now is I want to bring this artwork up. Okay. Are you ready, brother Quinnery,
I'm ready and
for this
steady.
for this nerd talk, this
All right.
R&B nerd talk,
Right.
right? So we're gonna start with song number 1
Mama.
that is on this EP, right? Not a long EP,
No. How many?
21 minutes.
Yeah.
21 minutes,
An easy listen. An easy
Yeah,
listen. A quick listen.
very easy. Um, and we gonna take our time. We're gonna break it down for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So, song number 1,
Remember.
remember.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll start this one off, right? So, the first listen for me, when I first listened to this EP, and this is the first song, remember, right? The first thing I'm thinking whenever I listen to a project is, how is it going to start, right? Now, a lot of times with R&B, we kind of get like this more of an interlude feel on that first song, and I felt like this gave me that, right? Even though it's not an interlude, but it gave me an interlude feel, and I can tell you why. The production stood out to me, like between the strings and that backwards drum loop that's constantly on repeat was very interesting to me. Deep writing, it gives off more of an interlude feel. Just the way the song was written, it's like the verses have a few bars, and then it goes right back to the chorus again. So it gives more of an interlude feel. But I this song caught my attention just off of the way the song was put together. So it already had my interest. But it definitely gave an interlude feel, and I understood why he put it as track number 1. Remember.
So I like how you said most intros have like an interlude feel, and I can definitely agree, especially with that reverse loop. You know what I mean? That
Mm,
sample that's doing that reverse swag. If y'all haven't heard it, make sure you check it out. For me, what I listen to when I'm listening to like a body of work, that first song typically sets the tone,
mm,
right? And usually with projects, the first song is either going to be fast, let you know, oh, you're going to party. This is like a party vibe. This is going to set the tone for the rest of the record. It's going to be up. Or it's going to give you, something like more melodic. This was very somber.
mm,
It let me know, number one, that Mr. Elmiene was in his bag. He's not playing. It's not half stepping. It's not kind of rhythmic pop R&B. Nah, he's serious. What do you say? Oh, I don't want to sing it. I'm trying to sing it. The "Oh my God's" parts. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I say, wait, what's going on?
Right, right, right. That caught me too. And
So
there's so much we can get
you
into
said
with
something or you
that.
muted? Hold on, that's oh, hold on, that's Siri. That's Siri. Can you hear that?
Siri always want that attention, man. Siri want to get in on the live.
Do you heard that?
I did hear that.
That's crazy. Siri is trying to jump in our podcast right now.
Yeah,
This is what happened when you do live stuff
Siri,
on Apple
Siri,
devices.
Siri gonna she gonna interfere whenever she can.
We got an AI podcast. So um but yes, I thought that that first track, how it set the tone, I knew what to expect. I love. I'm a. I'm into writing. I'm into lyrics, and I'm into the feeling of how he came across. I just knew that if you are into R&B, I'm not talking about like rap inspired stuff. I'm not talking about pop inspired stuff. I'm talking about like real R&B. To me, it's another win for the people across the pond, man. I know, I don't know,
Mm.
I don't know how they doing it, but it seemed like they be so tapped in. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So, so
Another thing about this song is, so as we go through the project, there's things that we're gonna touch on, but I want to touch on this now because it's gonna make sense later. Um, you can tell that he has a spirit belief. Now I don't want to say which religion it is, but he definitely has a spirit belief, and it carries through this project. Would you agree, Brother Quinnery?
yeah, there's there's not a lot of willy nilly, unnecessary ratchetness, right?
Right.
So I agree.
Correct.
I agree. I think,
Correct. And I think it's a big thing to say, especially in this day and time, right?
yeah, yeah,
So,
it's something I can play with the kids, man. Something I can play with the kids
oh
and
my
enjoy.
God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. And it's also give you vibes if you with your significant, hug up. It's like, booed up,
Uh,
booed up music.
huh.
We'll get booed up one time. Yeah. All right. Anything else about remember
Nothing else about Remember that I can touch on.
that you can remember? Okay, I'm sorry. How many times you listen to this? If you don't mind me
The
asking.
project,
Hmm.
I listened to the project 4 times.
Oh,
Yeah,
you really okay?
4 times.
What's up,
Um,
Chauncey?
you know, um, it's one of them things, man. One of them things.
So,
What up, Maynard?
moment in the building. Um, I didn't get it. I listened to it twice. I listened
Okay.
to it twice in the midst of my comings and goings. Even though it is a
Okay.
quick listen, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just didn't get a chance to listen to it again. So I'm probably going to listen to it again after
Hmm.
we get off and, just to give more of a deep dive of it. So,
So number two, Mama. Let me say, I love the way he used his tones on this song, and it's the actually the first thing that caught my attention. Um, Second was the lyrics, but the first thing is that tone that he uses. Like he letting his dynamics speak for him before you even dissect the lyrics and be able to digest the lyrics. His tone is already giving that feel. You know what I mean? Um, Second is the lyrics. Would you mourn a sinner, mama? Could you love my demons, mama? Yeah. Yeah, he writing like that. He writing like that. Would you hold my broken heart? and kiss my sharpened heart. Come on. That's writing.
That sample in the background, ah, everything. It's
Come
so.
on.
You said tone.
Tone.
You know,
Tone
people.
first, the lyrics second on
Can
this,
we?
but
So can we
tone.
get into the nerd talk about the delivery of how?
Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
So a lot of my people that sing know this, but for the general public, you might not realize that singing still tones and singing straight notes beautifully is a bit more difficult. You have to
Mm,
actually be. It's a different kind of muscle to sing straight notes. You know what I mean, without going sharp or flat. So when we
right.
talk about tone, hold on one second. Don't come in here. You gotta do it. Oh my goodness. You have to really be more of a certain kind of vocalist. So to hear him singing like that, like you know what I mean, it's really showing to me that's a bigger flex. It's a skill. He's flexing
Right.
his
Right.
vocal awareness. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him
Hmm.
because man, I really could appreciate the vocalism on that. Just on the delivery. Lyrically, crazy.
Out of here.
Going crazy. I
Out
see
of here.
why. You know?
He said, did Adrian Cisneros. What up, AK? Did they
AK.
release this on vinyl? Ooh, that's a good
Damn,
question.
I don't know.
Actually, I don't know. That's actually something to look at.
Oh,
That
that's
is
just the
interesting.
artwork. Yeah, this is just the artwork for the cover
It's just the
right
artwork
here.
on the cover. Yeah.
But as far as it being released on vinyl, that would be dope because I know that vinyl gives a different listening experience too.
Right. Right.
But however they uploaded it, I don't know if it's the lossless vocals or whatever they put on the streaming. This is a incredible, like this is real R&B.
All the way.
That's why we talking about it. This is some
All
real
the
vibes
way.
and convo. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. Hey, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Man, that song, yeah.
What you said the lyrics? Because again, remember, I listened twice.
Would you mourn a sinner, mama? Like he
Hmm.
talking to, come on, like
He trying to
would
make
you
it.
love my demons, mama?
Why you trying to make his mama cry? Why you doing that? I got
And
chills
and,
listening
and then
to it.
the ad libs is a whole nother thing. Like he adding in more lyrics with the ad libs. That's just like it's cold. Like he thinking he's that type of writer.
Yeah,
Lyrics for
lyrics.
sure,
My God,
for sure.
lyrics.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
This is a dope project, man. Let's get to the next song. Mm, one of my favorites. Bad fire. Look, this song has like a folk sound to it, right? When it starts. But a really catchy pocket melodic feel. Right. And once again, the use of his tones almost makes it feel like it's more than one person on the track. Like, and this is me listening 4 times. So by the fourth time, I'm like, is that somebody else? Like I started doubting if it was him or not, just the way he uses his tones. You know what I mean? Falsetto, chest, low end, like he uses everything.
It sounds like he's harmonizing with a female vocalist. The notes are so pure. It's almost
Right,
like he has like a different vocalist in the studio, and he may.
right,
But to me, I heard it sounds like a elevated Raphael Sadiq tone,
right, right.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, he poetic writing, man. Mad fire, like
Mad, and it's mad at fire.
yeah, like
Yeah.
the lyrics is deep, man. He's just a deep writer, period.
But if you circle back to the first
Deep
record
writer,
on the
period.
project, he set us up. We knew he was not playing game from Remember on. And it's a no skip project.
Right.
it's a no skip project.
Right. And
Hmm.
it's not that long. So it's if you had your mind set on listening to another project, this listening to this project does not take up your time
Right. It makes you want to go back and listen
of
to it again.
interest. Of interest, like, because we all get interested and want to listen to what we want to listen to. But like, you can slide this right in and be like, what's this dude on? You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, yeah, but he is his writing, his writing, his tones, his production choice is interesting. Um, where I don't feel like this is still an R&B soul project, even though he played with all those sounds, folk, acoustic, you know, the remember had the strings at the beginning. It's just really strings and a drum loop, but Mad Fire is super dope. Actually, Mad Fire is on our Vibes and Combo playlist as well. Our Spotify Vibes and Combo playlist. Mad Fire is one of the songs that is on our playlist as well.
I know I was listening to it with the wife.
Hmm.
Shout out to my boo boo. And for Mad at Fire for this record, we kind of picked up on maybe uh I believe it reminded of us of an old Aaliyah record. My heart belongs to you. Am I saying Aaliyah?
Mm,
Am I saying is it Aaliyah or am I
that's Jodeci.
Jodeci? Thank you.
Jodeci.
Shout out to Jodeci.
Yeah.
It had elements melodically of
Mm,
of Jodeci, which again, with it being so much of a folk record, like it's a different vibe altogether. So
right.
if you're not like listening to like melodies and have that type of stuff playing in your head, you might not grab that. But I grabbed like that connection to like the Jodeci, but maybe it was some in the delivery. Some about it had give us an Aaliyah vibe too.
Yeah, it's probably the vocal choices, the melodics, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um I want to quote some of those lyrics
please do.
in Mad Fire. Looking for it now. But cuz I didn't have them in my notes, but I like it has to be we have to talk about those lyrics. Um he said, "Would you be mad at fire when you know it will burn away? Would you be mad at water for flowing endlessly? Don't be mad at me when I loved you every day. I'm just being me, girl. Don't push me away." Come on. Like, he just can't help being poetic. Like, he has to he he not going to say it straightforward. He going to give you the example first to what he's saying.
The
You know
perfect
what I'm saying?
combination of the approach, like the feeling of what he's trying to deliver vocally and lyrics. I think it might be even strong, like because I saw the Blue perform the Colors performance of this.
Mhm.
Right? He had like
Yeah.
they do the live performances. I
Oh
believe I
yeah.
saw the Colors performance of Mad
Oh
at
yeah.
Fire, and it just made me realize. I said, man, it's good. It's just good to see that people are giving you conscious type lyrics and like almost like the songwriter is shining first.
Right.
Because a lot of the times we like a record, we might get caught up in a beat, we might get caught up in a whole lot of air candy, but it's very intentional. Like you said, there's a level of spirituality or a level of intentional. There's an intention to to this project as a whole, and it's shining like on every record. Very
Right.
poetic, very poetic, dope.
Right. Number 4, Someday.
Mm, mm. One of my favorites.
Let me get back to where I was at. Whoo, Someday. Okay. So this is this is the first song I've heard from him in general. was Someday. Um, and this is before I even tapped into the EP and all that other stuff. This song, it has a different sonic feel to it than the rest of the songs on the project. Um, his tone on this one kind of reminds me of um Craig David. If anybody remember Craig David,
European light skinned Usher. That's what I think of Craig.
yeah, Craig David. This remind
Uh,
me of Craig David, man, all the
can
way.
you fill me in, Craig David?
Yes, yes. Not the song, the tone.
The tone,
His tone that
for
he was
sure.
using. I'm like, because he got so many different tones.
He sounds British. He
You
sounds
know,
like he from Britain.
someday it's it's giving me that. Um, but super dope song again. Lyrics, pocket, vocal tone,
You know,
his choices, all of those things like are elements of this whole project.
this is
You
nostalgic.
know.
Someday is nostalgic. It gives me like again when you make good music is timeless, right? But
Hmm.
I could also hear someday, especially with the guitars and stuff, how it is.
Hmm.
Maybe even being crazy a few years back, like in the earlier 2000s. It gives
Hmm.
me kind of like a timeless vibe. You know what I mean? Like it
Right.
fits now, but it also could have fit at another time too. Dope record.
Right. Right. The early 2000s. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like it's giving that vibe to me. Um,
Like
Someday.
usually with some of the British cats, they come out. I'm reminiscent of like neo soul. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
um, but it's interesting with Elmiene because I don't hear like a neo soul vibe. I
Right.
hear like a pure R and I can hear R&B, like
Right.
not a subgenre R&B. I hear real R&B, R&B. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So
Um,
like classic stuff.
someday might have the most catchiest
Yeah,
melodic to it. Someday, da, da, da. Like you hear it once and it's like, oh yeah, I remember this. You know what I'm saying? And that once again, that might be going back to what we were saying, like um having that 2000 sound and
hmm
things like that. Mm, here we go. Here we go. Marking my time, which is the title of the EP, right? This is the most interesting song to me on this EP by the acoustic play at the beginning of the song, right? And even at the beginning of the song, like he's using this, you know, do 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 do. Like his the way he's using that tone is like I can't tell the song is going where it's going. like like he really made the song like turn into something else, especially when by the time you get to the end, you're like, wait, where did the song go? You know what I'm saying? No drums. It's just like all acoustic play. You know what I mean? Um,
very Yebba esque.
right, right,
What the folk? What is the folk vibe? I get like folky kind of vibes.
right,
It's dope. It's like it's R&B
right.
all day. But when I hear that guitar and acoustic guitar combination with those kind of with that vocal delivery,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like I don't know. It's interesting.
Right,
It's like folky,
right,
like Americana singer songwriter.
right,
You know what
right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right, right,
But
right.
but yeah,
So like um, once I listened to this EP, I said, No wonder why he wanted to name the EP this song. Like he, I lived, I died, I've cried. I might be even mixing the lyrics around, but man, what in the folk? Yeah, it's this song is like, dude, like I wonder, hey, AK, I wonder if you listening to this right now. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if you listening to this right
It,
now.
if you hear it, you'll hear what
Cause,
I'm
cause,
talking
cause
about.
like you cannot tell this song is going where ends up. You know what I mean? Like he just kind of he just takes it somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's almost like he wrote two songs in one song.
Elmiene. Okay. He said, "Can we pin the name of
Yeah,
the artist?" Yeah.
yeah,
Sound like we helping you discover something, my brother.
yeah. We sure
Oh,
can.
we doing the Lord's work, baby. R&B discovery.
You know, um,
Yes, sir. Elmiene. Yada
this
da.
might be my favorite song on the EP.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this. It's definitely the best vocal performance on the EP.
Mm, mm.
Definitely, definitely. Like when I heard it, I said, "Oh,
I can see that.
I hear the other gears.
Yeah.
That first gear, I hear a lot of that first gear with a lot of dynamics. But this one, I hear the first gear and a second gear. I hear a second gear in his voice. Definitely. Um, that was number 5, marking my time. Number 6. Now, is number 6 pronounced Diane or Deanne?
Well, we're from America.
Okay,
So I'm going to say Diane. But
that's what I was thinking.
a lot of people, I don't know if we've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. This is coming from the other side of the pond. This is this is a British export, so they might
Okay,
say things a little different, brother.
right.
You know what I mean? Might be
Hey,
Dion.
hey, overseas is killing.
Yeah, y'all.
You talking about R&B?
They,
Overseas is
they kind of
they
genius.
killing. You know,
Yeah,
I felt like this song was a continuation of it had the marking of my time feel, at least the beginning of marking of my time. It had the same feel, the same folk. Like I felt like it was gonna do the same thing. It didn't get to where marking my time got to. It just kind of this is a real I felt like this song was like the experiment song on the project. Like the production um I could feel them getting experimental.
a lot of reverb on the vocals.
A lot of
A lot of,
reverb,
lot of reverb on the vocals. There was
a lot of like delay and kind of like you're hearing things more than once. Like
right.
it's
They're trying to
yeah.
vibe out.
It's unorthodox.
It was the
That's the best
viber.
word.
It was the vibe
Unorthodox.
song.
Right.
Space vibe
Right.
kind of
Exactly.
kind of record.
Exactly. Um it's not that I don't like it, it's just that the
What is
other
it?
songs,
What is it, Key?
the songs before it. I mean, maybe because marking my time is before it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow up with the what you said. That
Yeah.
was like your favorite vocal performance. Mm.
Folks say, hey, once you go listen to it, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. Marking my time, you're gonna see. But when it goes into this song, it still have my ear because I'm like, oh, he about to do it again. You know what I mean? It just didn't get there. But not a bad song, experimental song. I learned how to I learned how to digest those type of songs on projects even more just after listening to so many different albums. Especially now, I feel like people experiment even more now
Yeah,
than how they used to when we were doing albums.
I
You
mean,
know, this is
I
an EP, so
I can appreciate it though because you know what? As an artist, you want to have a you have your canvas, right? You have a blank
Right.
canvas. And for me, this was my first time listening to him. So, even if this is not all he is, this was a great and diverse expression of me saying, okay, I kind of have an idea of what this guy is, what he can do, and what I like. It gave me something to like from him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, if you haven't heard this, quick plug for Elmaine, if you haven't like really taken time to listen to what he does, and you are a fan of R&B, got a preference that
Right.
you will be pleasantly surprised. You know,
For
he's
sure.
I think he's definitely one of them.
He is, and it this project makes me want to go dive into everything else he got.
Right. A great gateway project.
Yeah, it'd be dope to have him on here because I got some things
Yeah.
I would pick his brain a little bit. We can ask him. I feel like we can ask him the most like R&B nerd questions. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he would love that. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah,
Yeah.
this project is super dope.
It's very comes
Even with
across
it being as short as it is, it's still impactful.
very effortless, if I could
Yes.
say. Sounds like he just kind of wake up and sing.
It's not a project it's not a project you could scroll through.
Right.
You can scroll through this project and miss this project.
Mm.
Like if you just like, okay, okay, number one, I heard a little bit. All right, number two, okay, I heard a little bit. Number three, like if you're scrolling like that, you're gonna miss the elements of this project. The key things, you know what I mean? The lyrics, you know
The
what I mean?
lyrics,
Like
the vocal approach,
the vocal
the
approach.
the
Yeah.
production, the way
Yeah.
it's
It's
definitely one of it. Yeah.
yeah, because it's not like one of the projects you put on, you be like, "Ooh, you hear that production like that?"
Right.
That you catch right off the bat because you recognize that type of production. This is not that type of project. You gotta listen to it.
It's a
You have
sit
to listen to it.
down
Sit down.
and listen. It's
Sit
a
down, listen.
it's a vibes and convo. Grab your headphones. Get somewhere comfortable. It is a vibe Zen convo type of project.
That's exactly what it is. You gotta sit there. You gotta sit and live with it.
Right. Get some wine. I don't
You
know.
know.
It gives good energy.
I listened to it 4 times. I didn't listen to it 4 times back to back, but I listened to it twice back to back the first time, and then I listened to it a third time on its own.
Yeah.
Went to some other music, random music, and then I came back to it again yesterday. So yeah,
For me,
yeah.
I think in the car, mobbing on the way to the 9 to 5, listen
Hmm.
to it then. And then I liked it, so I wanted to come back and share it with the wife. So then we listened to it together, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't gotten back to it. So I'm gonna listen to it on my trip down to San Diego today. We yeah, mobbing down there.
Mm.
Um so I'm gonna listen to it again, kind of listen to it in the car with the kids. He said, only thing I gotta say is socks and sandals. Yeah. My man got the
Yeah, you know.
I thought he was gonna give me some music soul child vibes rocking the unruly fro. Let's go with the fro, my boy.
Yeah.
But that's why that's why Key was saying you could hear the intentionalness on the spirituality, but you don't know which way it could go. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
You don't know if he's coming from this place or that place, but it's very much intentional
Yeah.
that there's a moral compass to the point.
Yeah, lyrically and like you can see it, and then lyrically, he's saying some things where you're like, I know what you're doing. With that, we know what you're doing with that pen. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely caught it. Um, yeah, man, definitely, definitely.
Man, great experience. If you guys haven't heard, check it out. And again, you mentioned, I'm gonna circle back. You mentioned that one of the records is on our playlist. So if you're anything like some of the people that tune into the podcast and you looking for good R&B music, um, I would love for you to allow us to help you in your search. Check out the playlist. You know, it's a lot of good music, a lot of good
Not a good music.
discoverable, and I think it's a value add, right? Because here's the thing: not a lot of people have a lot of time to look and search and curate good R&B music. You know what I mean? It's not the
We
fact
did the
that
work already. We did the
yeah,
work.
a lot of hard work, a lot of heavy lifting. Shout out to the homie on key. I see you, brother.
You know,
Keep his ears to the R&B straights.
you know, a lot of new joints on there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah,
definitely go check it out. It's artists on that playlist that you like and that you know and you're familiar with, and then there's artists that's just all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And
Um,
it's not just one
so
kind of vibe. You got the stuff like this, but then you got other representations of that R&B. Shout out to Sequel, baby. Hey, let's go. You
you know
right
what I
here.
mean? Yeah,
You here.
definitely. Um, so yeah, man. Super dope project.
Hmm.
Super dope project. I highly suggest you um definitely give it a sit down listen.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and this ain't the last you're gonna hear from him for sure.
Nah,
Like he gonna be right there.
he's in
You
my
know what I'm
list.
saying? Yeah.
He's in my playlist. He's in my personal playlist and in the Vibes and Combo playlist. I'm messing with him.
Mm, mm, mm,
All of the
mm,
songs.
mm.
All of the songs. Not a few. Put it on shuffle. Mix it up in there.
Right. See, and I like when I was listening to it, I also thought like, who does he remind me of? And he really don't have that going.
Mm.
Like a remind me of. You know what I mean? Like on that song, he had the Craig, I was saying Craig David like tone and sound, but that's just I think that's more so the production and everything helped that out.
Right. I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? But
he's a different kind of singer from Craig David.
right.
But tone wise, to me, if I can play the guess who you sound like game, I mean, I hear like elements of Raphael Sadiq.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean? Maybe even because there's a few artists that kind of in that bubble with like the tone wise, right? You got the
Right.
Raphael Sadiqs, you got Stokely from Stokely Mint Condition. You got people in a higher register vocal,
Right.
but he's smooth. So
Super smooth.
he's smooth. He's smooth criminal. My man's really one of them guys.
Definitely one.
Hmm.
Definitely one. We highly suggest, man. Shout out to the chat, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the chat. Y'all in here strong. We appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. Def Jam did this one. Ooh, good question. Let's see.
Huh.
Did Def Jam do
We got to
this?
dig in the
It
credits.
is a Def Jam release.
Shout out to Def Jam.
Yes, it is a Def Jam release.
Shout out to
Yep.
AK digging in the credits. Hey,
You know,
he's really one of them.
you know, look at we on that music nerd talk over here. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But this concludes our episode. Vibes and combo. You got any last shout outs, Kurt?
Man, shout out to the chat, man. I just want to make sure everybody have a good new year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you're celebrating Kwanzaa again, you know, do that. You know what I mean? Good principled stuff and listen to some good music, man. It's good for you.
Same here, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the folks, man. We are heading into a new year. We got more Vibes and Combo episodes. We got new songs on the Vibes and Combo playlist. Highly recommend you go to Spotify, look for the Vibes and Combo playlist. If you follow our Instagram or you're on this YouTube, just look in the description box. You will find that playlist link. All right. So this is On Key, Brother Kirk Quinn,
Yes, sir.
Team Vibes and Combo, and we out of this thing. All right.